Where were all of you on May the 2nd? Thank you very much for that very warm welcome. I'm delighted to be here. I think I'm partly here because I'm a past chairman of the Conservatory of our board, and I was very proud of the fact that I was chairman when we made the decision to build this wonderful hall, which I'm sure you will agree with me was well worth doing. It's, I think, widely recognized as probably one of the, I think it's widely recognized as one of the top venues in the world, and certainly the top venue now in North America. And I'm proud to say that it's being imitated by, or mimicked, or copied by a great many other places around the world. It's quite splendid. I'm here to present an award for the Thank a Teacher award given by the Conservatory, which is very proudly sponsored by the SOCAN Foundation. And in so doing, I realize we're the last event before lunch, so I'm going to be very quick, but I grew up in a musical household. My father was a very natural musician. He grew up on the stage as a small boy. He was part of a musical troupe called the Three Little Rays of Sunshine, which performed at various theaters across the country in the 1920s. And he remained an amateur musician all his life until he had a stroke, which the stroke did not affect anything. It didn't affect his walk, it didn't affect his intellect, but it affected his emotions and imagination. And because he played by ear, he lost the capacity to play music. And it was a huge tragedy for him, and it affected his outlook on life for a long time. And that sad story really reminded me of how critical music was in my upbringing. It was my dad who taught me the simplest way to understand the difference between major and minor. For those of you who want to do this trick for your students, you can do it. You can turn I'm a Little Teacup into the Israeli national anthem, Hatikva, by simply going from major to minor. I would improvise and do it for you, but I don't want to interfere with the script, and there'll be other moments you can do that. But you can just sing it out to yourselves. You'll know what I'm saying. Play it on the piano sometimes, or any other way you'll find it's the case. I had a wonderful music teacher when I started out named Katie McLean, who was a teacher in Ottawa. Some of you may have known her, or some of you may have even been her students in Ottawa. She was a fantastic teacher. And the greatest thing about her, of course, was that she said a couple of things to me which I've tried to instill in my own kids. And that is, I'm not going to tell you have to practice. I'm not going to wrap your hands if you hit the wrong note. If you don't enjoy this, don't do it. But if you do enjoy it, keep doing it. And by the way, the more you practice, the more you'll enjoy it. So it's a good idea to keep trying to get better at it if you possibly can. And that stayed with me all the way through. So I'm very pleased to be able to, together with Angela Elster, who's such an inspiration here at the Conservatory, to present an award to someone who really personifies the achievements of a great music educator, who every day fosters a love of music and music education, sharing their commitment and dedication with their students, their community, and beyond. The 2011 award is being presented today to Mrs. Bernice, better known as Bunny Pierce, who's a music teacher from West Vancouver. And I think they're supposed to come out right about now, because I think we should come out here. You have to stand here, Bunny, and listen to what I'm going to say about you. Bunny's a music teacher from West Vancouver, where she trains a dedicated studio of voice and piano students. She's greatly loved by her students and by the West Vancouver community, which voted Conservative, by the way. I can't believe it. She inspires courage, dedication, hard work, and a great deal of passion for music. As her nominator, Perry Ehrlich, who's also here, pointed out, and I'm quoting, Bunny is the lifeblood of many festivals here, whose students dominate the awards, and she helps sustain music in our community. I won't mention Bunny's age, but she has done dedicated because she's dedicated her whole life to instilling a love of music in many generations, and I can identify that. I've been a rising star in 5 decades, so I feel the same way. Her students have gained careers as performers on Broadway, and she counts among her student alumni regular of the popular TV show All My Children. From her beginnings in Yorkton, Saskatchewan to a bustling studio in West Vancouver, Bunny personifies a great music teacher who encourages her students and fosters creativity each and every day. Bunny, we're very proud to give you this award today.
Thank you very much.
Would you like to say a few words?
Yes.
Please, yeah.
Thank you so much. I feel so privileged to be here, and it was so exciting. I knew nothing about it, and I really would like to thank everyone that was involved, the Conservatory, the SOCAN Foundation, and all the wonderful people that I've met since I've been here. We've been treated like royalty. And to Perry, who did the wonderful nomination, and a lot of others that did do nominations. And I'm also very happy that one of my students that actually her picture is on the program with me was one of the provincial winners last year, and she's here studying in Toronto now, and so she's here to share it with me, so it's very nice. And thank you so much all again. I just think this is a wonderful thing.
My name is Perry Ehrlich, and I nominated Bunny. I was one of her many nominators. I learned from my parents that the two most important words in the English language were thank you. And I want to thank SOCAN, and in particular the Royal Conservatory of Music, for giving not only me, but hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of students throughout Canada the opportunity to say thank you to their teachers. It's really important. It was really important to me because I learned a long time ago all it takes is one teacher to make a difference in its child's life. And Bunny was the one who made the difference in my life. And not only did she teach me music, but she fostered my self-esteem. And now I'm doing what Bunny does. I'm a lawyer in real life, but I work with kids in musical theater, and she's been a continuing inspiration to me. I also wanted to share with you just a few words that have really rung clear about me and Bunny for many years. Henry Mancini had a tumultuous relationship with his daughter, and she could never communicate her love for her father. So she did the obvious. She took one of his songs that lyrics had never been written, and she wrote a very simple tribute to her father. And the words were, "Sometimes, quite often enough, not often enough, we reflect upon the good things, and those thoughts always center around those we love, like Bunny." And I think about all the people who mean so much to me, and for so many years have made me so very happy, and I count the times I've forgotten to say thank you, and just how much I love them. Thank you, Royal Conservatory. Thank you, SOCAN, but most of all, thank you, Bunny.